attributes that make you special. And now, charisma. What is it made of? Unlike the clean, wholesome America you may recall, the wasteland will be a distrustful place, full of unsavory characters and few morals. Earning the trust of your fellow man is an often overlooked key to survival. One way to prove your trustworthiness is through fair commercial exchange. Your renowned charisma will enable more favorable bartering. Don't get greedy now. Use your charismatic nature to negotiate your way out of tense moments. Having friends is always of value. How else do I find friends, you may wonder? You may find an impromptu cocktail hour helps to ease social stress. Your charisma will help you avoid the perils of addiction, but not the immediate effects of drink. So practice moderation, or you'll find out who your real friends are the hard way. You will find that even wild animals can be charmed by your charisma. Looks like you've found a new pal. Oh, don't get carried away there, big fella. So you see, taking the charismatic approach is more than just good manners. Working with man's best friend into more loyal companions will convincing others to act on your behalf and regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special?
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Please,
Father?
Sean.
Father, help me!
I'm your mother.
They're trying to take
Just
me.
talk to me.
Father?
Just
Father,
open the
help me.
door.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are a parent to your son. To Sean.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create. I am their father. Through science.
Sean. It's really you.
It really... I know you must have questions.
I don't want to hear any more.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help.
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better... You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the... I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do. Will you take that chance?
I just don't know.
Just give it time.
Sure.
The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course?
Right.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's a third primary drive.
Doc,
Oh,
They weren't
I
kidding.
don't know.
You really are
Most
here.
of them have lasted
Well,
long
all right.
past their projected
I'm
lifespans.
Allie
If you ask
Fillmore.
me,
You can think of me as the
Pretty well.
Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most... If you don't mind my asking,
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical system. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air. The work we do might not be as exciting as some... So, now that you're here...
Uh-huh. I'm just looking around.
I see. Well, please do... If there's anything else you'd like to know about...
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. Oh, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see you.
we're all looking forward to working together. All set. Return to
Given time to examine my latest reports on batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing.
Hey,
I
Doc.
wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally
Dr.
must be
Clayton
close to 10
Holden,
years old by now.
head of the bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable that any
I
child
can't
can
wait for you to
survive
see.
for so long up there, don't you think?
I'll reserve judgment until I know more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief. As the name implies, the bioscience division specializes. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of... We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this...
Seems like there's nothing you guys...
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time.
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
Nice. Sweet.
secure. Repeat, area not secure.
Nice. Got it. Yes. That's it.
Got it.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone! Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Doc?
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, a lot of us do that. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Father has accomplished so much. I hope you can appreciate his work as we do.
Safety first. Remember that.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here,
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access with the...
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, You'll be... If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of... Now, unless there's something else...
Uh-huh. I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Knock some heads together.
Child synth.
Targeting package upgrades.
It's remarkable.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft? My methods get results. This time as well. Robotics division was a little more careful, we wouldn't have synths trying to escape.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ao, acting... I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping... Despite your relation to Father, I'm sure you understand.
Mm-hmm. No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like... As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation... Coursers hunt down and... They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat. But I gather you know all this. In fact...
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser... I suppose I'll have to ask robotic. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
Lecture on cold
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand.
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources. Unfortunately, no advancement as remarkable as our synths are. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with some.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, when you see what I have to show you, I think you... A rogue synth has taken over. His memories have been erased, and his identity under his leadership. The Raiders have taken many in... have dispatched a courser to liberty.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best. Now you should get moving.
Look, Director, I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could. 4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth Provisional Government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested we just cut off all contact, hide underground and pretend nobody's home. That would, in my opinion, be a mistake. We can't just give up on these people. And with the android program, we don't have to. We'll soon have the capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers to maintain order. Just think about it, all right? Keep it in mind moving forward.
unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting.
So you're your father's mother, but he's older than you. It's weird.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
Welcome to the Institute, ma'am.
Bet it's pretty boring down here compared to up there.
I think he's actually lost his mind. I can't believe he really expects me to do this. I've always been on board with the Gen 3 program. It makes sense, but this? Nothing good can come from this. How am I supposed to explain to my staff that Sean wants a child synth for no immediately apparent valid line of research? And to base the physical features off records of his own childhood? It defies all logic. No, I can't do this. I won't.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
Yeah?
Hey.
As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example. As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example.
If all personal synths are as good looking as you, I should get one for myself.
Why, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I don't know that I can be of much help with that, but the compliment has certainly made my day. It was a real pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you're still taking everything in, so...
Eve.
Yes? Good to see you.
at every opportunity.
We'll start with this journey.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
We're through.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for
Good day.
maintenance duty at SRB last night.
You
Anything
smell like you've been above ground.
Nothing to report, sir. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section. Is Dr. Ao mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no, he's not.
Can I
was
turn off the
only-
interferometer? Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
I was, but I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal and it switched on by mistake. I was
Was that a stutter?
just as you gave life
Have you
to
developed
Father.
a defect,
He gave
unit?
life to many of us.
Maybe you need to be reset.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
See that it doesn't. You don't want me to tell you twice. Now get back to your duties.
Good afternoon. Food products are available for purchase. Would you care for some?
Hey, it's me, So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure any...
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your...
Had some serious hardware to pull that off. Your message was only one word.
The Railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The Railroad? As in the Railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending... I hoped the Railroad...
You've saved a lot of synths.
So much to take. With you in the picture. But we'll need help. It's probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help.
So much research, so little time.
People on the surface have got it pretty bad. Makes me think we should be down here.
Bingo.
require anything?
C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. She's a friend. She's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You... How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the Railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z1. She's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain, 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few.
Liam.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security. You're willing to help, right?
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminal with some persuasion. Problem is, I can't even...
Right.
But if you could get me a
I'll find it for you.
That's great. The CIT ruins were picked clean. Ask your friends in the railroad.
Sure there was something. I'm ready to move in. I think we're being shadowed. Gotta stay frosty. Raiders know we're coming. The sooner we get started, the better.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation, I've already neutralized the perimeter.
We're in this deep with the Institute as is. Couldn't hurt to have someone with real combat.
All right, let's go.
Right behind you, ma'am.
Show your face! Come on! I dare you!
Why did they even try?
Hold up a moment, ma'am. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you... You'll need to say B592, initialize factory reset. Once he's shut down.
Good. I'd like to avoid...
And then we can safely get him out of this hellhole.
Well, he might not be alone up there. That's all, ma'am.
So, you're not an idiot.
Thanks. You too.
No, I didn't mean like... I could just use some help. This isn't the sort of thing I'd normally bother anyone else with, but you just seem really good with people, and I've got this issue with my sister, Nat, becoming me.
All right. What's the issue?
I'm just terrified she's gonna start taking up like her big sis. I mean, think about the life we lead. No offense intended, Blue, but personal safety doesn't exactly seem like either of our strong suits. I can't have her ending up like her big sister, dodging bullets and running from all the people she pisses off. It's part of the reason I'm on the road so much. Part of the reason I'm here with you. I keep thinking, maybe if I make myself scarce, if I'm not around her enough, she'll cool off. She'll just go back to being...
Yes.
What do, Blue?
You just love her. Waking up one day to find you don't even recognize the people you loved. No one should have to go through that.
You're right. I can't risk that. Thanks, Blue. Who'd expect wandering off with a stranger? They really don't make them like you anymore. You're a hell of a friend, you know that?
Just friends, huh?
Well, yeah. I guess, but I thought so. Unless, you know, something changes. God, did it get hot in here? But hey, thanks again. So, you wanna...
Perfect.
Well
Judging by
done.
your gear, I think you guys...
plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
B592 initialize factory reset. Authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Gabriel!
Nice work. I'll take this up. This is past 6. Ready to hit this.
Child syndrome. It's just remarkable.
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but
Gabriel and his gang were...
while we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims, we can at least take... But enough about that. The task is... I couldn't have hoped for a better. While you were away, you'll find all the basic necessities. Go and have a look.
Huh?
Just a routine patrol, ma'am.
Your quarters are just inside, man.
Hi.
Ma'am?
Rushed. Work is sloppy at best and deadly at worst.
Sean.
Ah, hello, Mother. Tell me,
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Mother. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired, and they no doubt mean to free these. You've been in contact with the Railroad.
They mean well. They're only doing...
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result. Usually they are a minor nuisance. I'm afraid we've reached the point where we have learned the current location of these synths, and need to
Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act on... We also don't want the Brotherhood of...
Hey, I'll act...
You'll have a contact waiting for you.
Whisper's back.
Desdemona.
Oh, thank God.
Woo! See, Des, I told you the molecular stabilization matrix held.
Funny. You didn't sound certain yesterday. It is really good to see you.
I met with the leader of the Institute. And it turns out, he's my son.
What? Wasn't he just a...
I'm just glad he's alive.
I know it wasn't the reunion you were hoping for. Besides meeting your boy, did you meet Patriot?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal.
Des has given me clearance to set up my atmosphere.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture...
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those four. Maintaining your cover is vital.
Stockton and the Synths are depending on us.
Well said. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us. We wait until the enemy is in position.
With me working the inside angle?
We can't attack too early. You'll probably have a courser S.
Like you said?
It's a risk, but it's one.
Bet you never met a Sith before, Glory.
Pam.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing. CIT security administrators with 21 match found. Bergman, Wilfred.
Thanks, Pam.
Complement detected.
After you get the password report back here.
Guess they're not interested in sharing, huh?
I've been waiting for you.
Watch your tone, Synth.
Next time, move faster. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under. The situation appears to have... We move in.
Yeah, we've got...
Remember, the synths are the primary...
Here we go, I guess.
Here are the recall codes. SRB intelligence reports indicate that the synth... I can't believe you do that for us. Thank you. You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
Thank you for sparing us.
Someone there? What's that? Out there. Somewhere. Combat initiated. Is someone present? You must enter.
Son?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirmed the only hope for you.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. Standing here, I know that to you, I was kidnapped. Both of us, really.
They kept me up.
They did, indeed. I was the perfect candidate. Well, the Institute realized that it only made sense that
Right.
I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, to not only do so, extraordinary.
So it was you?
Yes. Certainly it was no longer necessary. An experiment. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? Perhaps most curious to me.
That's all this is to—
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Soon, I hope. A future which I hope is not— Bunker Hill did not go well for us.
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Why? Why would you do something so stupid?
I made the call. I don't have to explain myself to you.
No, you do. You at least owe me an explanation. This was such a simple task. I just don't understand. I know you're capable of handling yourself. How can I expect you to represent the Institute if this sort of thing continues?
I don't want to be involved in this, Sean. I want out.
After all this, after everything you've seen, all that you've learned, you're just going to walk away?
I can't do it, Sean. I can't be a part of this anymore.
I am very sorry to hear that. I had hoped we could be something like a family again. I hoped you shared our vision for the future. I'm afraid there's no room for sentimentality, Mother. If you are not with us, then you are against us. Whatever you do going forward, do not interfere with the Institute's plans. I hope you can find some amount of peace.
Me too, Sean.
Goodbye, Mother.
half of you know this already. But something so big, I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related. But the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, she made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did she find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of. So get it done. Excuse me, I'm busy.
To set up my atmospheric sensor.
Bad news. They kicked me out of the Institute. I can't get back in.
God damn it. We knew the whole operation was a long shot. I'm sure you did your best. With no way to coordinate with Z-114, I'm afraid we've lost our only chance.
We have to think of something to save the synths.
I wholeheartedly agree. Pam's already crunched the numbers on this scenario, though. Without help, the Railroad simply doesn't have the numbers to forcibly free the synths in the Institute. There may be a way. Not with us, but with your Minutemen. If you continue rebuilding them, then with the data you got using Tom's holotape, maybe they can... If we can help with that, let us know.